Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Halo Rec League. I'm your host for tonight, Solo, holding the booth down sandwich as we've got We Get Wiped versus Waste Station. This is a challenger mixed match, and as we see, our very first map, Capture the Flag on Bazaar. We are here with Astrus on Waste Station, his team looking to win that bridge battle coming out of spawn here. Seems one player has fallen on Waste Station, another goes down. Union and Astrus both fall. We Get Wiped, still waiting on that first death, so having a decent start. We have Kriz and Union falling back. Seems We Get Wiped already have possession of that OS, and they're looking to make quick work of it. Chris here, he's definitely looking to sneak behind that enemy line. He wants no part of that opposing We Get Wiped squad with OS, with rockets. He's trying to get out of the way fast. Let's see if his Waste Station teammates can hold down the fort here. Seems We Get Wiped, get a pull. Union is trying to not let them get out of this base free. He's able to stop the flag carrier from We Get Wiped. He's getting pushed in his own tree, however. Now looking to clear out Den. He's got teammates to help him. Astrus is able to clear out the Den with some help from Union. And now the flag return game has begun. They don't know about that We Get Wiped player on the bridge. That player doesn't know about the flag either. It seems, Waste Station were able to sneak that flag across the map here. And Waste Station ended up with their very first points. We Get Wiped get the first pull, but Waste Station would much rather have the very first points of this map 1 CTF on Bazaar. Wow. Seems sneaking past and letting his teammates just deal with that very first push from We Get Wiped. It seems it paid dividends for Waste Station as they end up with that first point. Now we've got OS coming back online shortly here. 10 seconds. We Get Wiped. Couple players down as this OS comes online will be huge in this fight for it, of course. So Waste Station will just end up with that head start. Ooh, 2 go down for We Get Wiped. Waste Station in a 3-on-2, now a 2-on-2. Pretty much an even fight. Where has this OS gone? Oh, map mode throwing the dynamo the wrong direction. Astrus able to make out with a cheeky kill onto map mode, but he's traded out almost immediately. Now seems we're back onto this neutral map site here. Both teams trying to begin this push by winning that bridge battle. As Sugas on We Get Wiped fall into market to try to clear it out. Of course, being that second stage, but Kriz doesn't want him to clear out that market for free. He picks off one. He picks off Sugas in that mid market. He's got the dynamos in hand. Ooh, and he picks up another, that dynamo. Going the entire way to pick up Papa Thickness there. Incredible name that is. However, Kriz's reign of terror with those dynamos is put to an end. As We Get Wiped, look to now set up for these rockets that are coming up. But we see Gaminion here, he picked off Saris, now Shugas goes down. And Gaminion might be looking to put in a sneaky pull here. Waste Station might be going for another sneaky pull. Gaminion says, no thank you. Having some second thoughts there, he wants to head back to his team instead. We Get Wiped seem to be going back to neutral. Perhaps they think there's or Waste Station going back to neutral. Perhaps they believe a We Get Wiped player snuck in. Or perhaps they just really want to set up for this overshield. And now all players alive on both sides. Let's see how this bridge fight goes down. Up in tower. Ooh, the player in market tossing dynamos towards Seraph. Seraph making it out alive though, at least for now. Waste Station players content to let Seraph get away with his life here. Now Sugar's defending the base. We see some Waste Station players make it into the base from tree. Sugar's may have been getting that call. He wipes one in mid-market. Astrus V2, I believe he's the final. I believe he's still in that red base. Yeah, he's still on that red bridge. We Get Wipes do get away with this overshield, however. So Astrus may have that strong position, but Sugas and We Get Wiped certainly have the goods to get him out of there. Now, Sugas and We Get Wiped, they're content to let Astrus have this position. Seems they want to focus more on the offense and the defense, at least for now. Sugas trying to clear out this player from tree. Oh, a second player from Waste Station comes along and Kriz able to defend his base from Sugas on We Get Wiped. Now Astrus still in this strong position, still living on We Get Wiped's bridge here. He wants to stay alive in this position for as long as he can because it just makes it difficult for We Get Wiped to get anything done in the neutral game here. pick up one. Ooh, Gaminion. He wants to get these players off the bridge. He picks off one. Astra's super low. Sent to the respawn screen by Map Mode here. Map Mode forced to retreat back into his own tree though. We get wiped having a difficult time getting onto even their own bridge as Chris is able to pick him off. Station playing some excellent bridge gameplay here, making it really difficult for We Get Wiped to get any sort of momentum, any sort of anything going on from this bridge position here. Saw Astris earlier able to hold down his position on We Get Wiped's bridge. That just makes it so difficult for We Get Wiped to get much or anything done when these power weapons come up, as we see 3 players along the We Get Wiped bridge for Waystation. One of them falls, but they do force Waystation to just play so positively, absolutely defensively here. Chris picks up one. He's looking towards the flag. I'm sure We Get Wiped in hot pursuit. Ooh, one player coming up to the flag carrier. It's a neutral ball. Oh, Chris coming out ahead in that 1v1. Trying to pull that flag to go down for We Get Wiped. Waystation may be able to pull this flag just a bit further here. We Get Wiped players spawning along tower now. Let's see how they respond. Waystation playing really patient. They're waiting to that We Get Wiped get that first move, and they get that first pick. They get another kill, and now this flag is out by Truck. Waystation in a prime position to bring this flag home. Sugar's the final player really alive on this final defensive possession. Seraph and Papa Thickness both coming off of respawn, chasing the flag. Map Mode alongside with him in desperation mode, trying to do anything. Perhaps set up for some sort of counter cap. Oh, and it seems they have. Someone was able to pull Waystation's flag for just a minute there, but only a bit of a detour on the way to Waystation's second point on the CTF Bazaar. We see Ayo Kriz, a really strong 15-5 start. I mean, not just 15 kills, also picking up 5 assists. This man is creating offense for himself and his teammates. Astros not too far behind, 13-6, and a flat cap to his name. You see Suga's here trying to hold down his team's den area, now pushing out to tower. Spots Ayo Kriz by the OS. Doesn't know if Astros and the Waystation boys are in hot pursuit. They're able to blitz Suga's on his own tower here. We Get Wiped are able to trade one of the Waystation players that blitzed their teammate, but another one is still on there. Ayo Kriz trying to hold down that OS. It's coming up any second now. We've got players falling from We Get Wiped and from Waystation off of their own bridge. They want this overshield. One in market, another goes down from the Waystation bridge in hot pursuit of this OS. Waystation are able to get it to do fall, however. So a bit of a high price to pay, but let's see if they're able to get their money back with this OS in hands of Union here. Union picks up one. Ooh, the green gun misses. Union able to keep that OS in his hands. He breaks the shields of one, doesn't quite get the kill. Still chasing it, he gets it. He took a little bit too much time. Papa Thickness able to get there in time, finally trade that OS player out. But in all that chaos, I mean, Waystation have pulled their flag. Waystation have pulled the We Get Wiped flag here. Didn't get it too far. Astros may have been running for his life, may have dropped the flag upon the exit of the base. Map Mode, the final player alive for We Get Wiped. These players are going to be these We Get Wiped players in scramble mode to return this flag before it gets too far from their base. All 4 players alive for We Get Wiped. Some Waystation players fall. And this flag is in good position to return right home. Just as Map Mode is in a good position to grab these rockets, he gets it. Ooh, and he burns one rocket at the very least, but both teams still in hot pursuit of it. Seems Union able to get it into his hands after a bit of a scrum. He's got only one rocket left to use though. Ooh, breaks the shields and gets an easy kill. Able to put that last rocket to good use. As 2 players fall on the side of We Get Wiped. My goodness, looking at Waystation, I mean Union, 13 kills, almost got 9 assists. Some double action from Union. So he picks up another kill onto Map Mode. Those dynamos so strong. You can kind of fire and forget them. And if your teammate's doing work elsewhere on the map, they might be able to net you a kill just without you even looking. See, nets a killing spree, picks up another player in Den. Might be going for a third here, trying to clean up Map Mode. He gets it. Sure goes that final player. So now We Get Wiped, spawning in that bottom basement area by shotgun. They know Way Station have pulled their flag. They really gotta try to get these kills. They can't really, they're not even really chasing Way Station. Way Station too quick with this flag pull. And they might just be able to sneak this all the way back to base, but 2 Way Station players fall. They've got to be careful. Countercap may come into effect. The OS on the side of Way Station gets burned immediately in this fight. Astros picks up Papa Thickness. 3 go down for Way Station. Way Station, I mean, playing within their base so strong. And we get wiped every time one of them fall. They got to go the whole distance of the map. Way Station have the luxury of spawning in their own base. Makes that flag secure there. I mean, just a bit simpler for them as they end up on top of this match 3-0 so far. Only a minute left here. I mean, if we get wiped, you don't have to delude yourselves thinking a 3-0 comeback is possible. I mean, certainly theoretically, but it'd be some miracle mode stuff for we get wiped to get into the game here. But it's certainly a good time to maybe get some momentum, maybe mentally as a team, you know, win some gunfights, really get in your head that they got this one map, but we could certainly take it to them in map 2. You see Union here trying to stay alive. We get wiped players pushing him on the bridge and now onto the tower. I don't believe he's aware of that tower player just yet. So laser focused on that enemy team bridge there. You see map mode trying to get him off that tower. Ooh, and he's fed the information to Papa Thickness. They're in hot pursuit of Union here. We get wiped. Papa Thickness looking for him. He finds Union. Gets that Way Station player out of tower. And that's exactly the sort of thing, I mean, you can look to succeed in. You don't have to... You can maybe use the rest of his game to build on some of the smaller things rather than going all out for all these big plays. I mean, they get a consolation pull here, but that's not getting anywhere near even the base's own tree, as Way Station with a pretty solid 3-0 victory here in map 1 over we. Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to game 2 of this Challenger Mixed series here at the Halo Rec League. We got We Get Wiped versus Way Station. Way Station took that first game on CTF on Bazaar, but new game, new team. I mean, We Get Wiped starting off to a pretty solid 3-1 start here. Make that 4-1 as 3 go down on the side of Way Station. And We Get Wiped certainly looking more alive in these opening engagements. So we got AO Kriz and the rest of his Way Station lads looking to get set up along this C tower. Really want to hold this, especially now that they've got this OS. They may be looking to push out. The OS player we saw over there looking to pick a fight. AO Kriz still holding down this C tower with his team, however. As Union, I believe that was the OS player. He was able to get a pick. We get wiped. I mean, I believe that is... Yeah, Papa Thickness trying to sneak into Way Station's tower there. Way Station having none of it. However, Dominion does go down on the side of Way Station. AO Kriz continuing to deal damage, is finally taken off by map mode towards that B nest area. And the game is certainly tightened up here. 7-6. Now it's tied all up at 7. Tied up at 8. Yeah, these teams going back and forth in these opening minutes here. All of the We Get Wiped content to rush this C tower setup of Way Station down just about every single time they spawn here. They don't want to let them have it. It seems We Get Wiped would much rather have the C tower set up for themselves, and they're willing to throw themselves at Way Station just about every single life to try and get towards it. You see map mode in the bottom tower trying to stay alive. He gets a trade, keeps it at an even 3-on-3. It's so huge here in this constant battle. You want to keep the numbers in your favor or neutral if you can help it. 1 falls for Way Station, or for We Get Wiped. Excuse me, another falls. 3 go down for We Get Wiped. As Way Station, I mean, continuing to enforce their hold onto this C tower setup. And now, I mean, looking to enforce their hold onto Overshield as well. We see AO Kriz taking that OS for himself. Most likely will use it to push these players out of the A point. Union able to pick up that player on back AR. Kriz, the OS player, still pushing forward, trying to figure out where these We Get Wiped players are before that OS runs out of time. Some needler action, don't need it, however. Union able to pick up the kill with a bit of elbow grease. AO Kriz picking up another with his battle rifle. Now that OS, I mean, helping Kriz pick up a solid double kill there. Kriz didn't shoot first in that engagement, but it essentially didn't matter. The OS gave him a bit of a head start, and that was just about all he needed. Now we get wiped, have that coveted C tower setup. Waystation completing that lap around the map, and now with the sniper in play, let's see how both of these teams choose to engage for it. 3 go down on the side of we get wiped, 2 go down for Waystation, however. It seems, I believe that was Sugas, may have made a way for that with that sniper rifle. Oh, but Waystation don't want to let him get set up anywhere with it, however. We saw Chris there jumping off of Nest Bridge. He doesn't want to let that sniper get set up with that scope. Constantly pressuring him, trying to descope him. Now Suga is taking this fight. Rather keep that sniper in his back pocket, maybe surprise an opponent with it, but now we get wiped 3 down as his teammates coming off of respawn now. Suga's at this elbow area, can definitely position to support his team with this sniper rifle. Anyone comes crossing that nest bridge, Sugas will be ready. Papa Thickness ready to pick up a bit of a double kill there by the nest area. However, Waystation do still have a bit of a 6 kill lead here. Now OS coming up. Waystation players all around the turbine. We get wiped not too far behind, however. Papa Thickness down to 1 shot. Union finishes it off. Onion picking up a cheeky backsmack somewhere in the turbine area, and Waystation, bit of a scrap, but they come away with this overshield. Ooh, player jumps over AO Chris, but his Waystation boys are here to back him up as he secures that kill. It's another kill in top mid. Yet again, this Chris gets that OS. Chris seems to get a double kill pretty shortly after. Chris up to a pretty solid 11 and 5. Most kills in the game so far today. Most kills in the game so far in this match, at least. So Waystation very steadily, very slowly extending this lead, as it's now up to 9 on the side of Waystation here on Live Fire Slayer. 2 down on the side of we get wiped. Union, that heat wave in hand. Anyone crosses that corner, he's ready for it. Decides to go into that open field. We get wiped all over it, however, as they've taken the heat wave for themselves. Ooh, Waystation seems they want it back. They trade that player out immediately. A bit of a scrum in back B. All of the players go down. Map mode witness to an absolute bloodbath in back B as he seeks to take the position for himself and the rest of his team up at top tower. Yet again, we get wiped, have that coveted C tower set up that it seems they were fighting for so strong early in the game. Let's see what they're able to do with it. Waystation seems to trying to get them to vacate this C tower setup. They're just sitting in A. They're letting the we get wiped boys come to them. And nothing seems to be sprouting from it, however. We get wiped, trying to pick and probe, figure out where these Waystation players are. 2 go down for we get wiped. Map mode able to even the tides as 2 go down for Waystation. Shogo's out in that open field. Goes down to Chris on sandbags. Map mode and hot pursuit to trade that kill out, however. Now an absolute gunfight out at the B point area. Sniper is up. Waystation in this C tower position certainly have the high ground to try and fight for it. We get wiped coming from that A spot. The sniper rifle still not yet picked up, but Waystation are in hot pursuit of it. And we get wiped just might not make it there in time. Shogas does get it there in time to pick up 1 kill and another kill with a melee. Astra's fighting here at B pillars, falls. And 3 go down on the side of Waystation. We get wiped. Should definitely have that sniper in hand. See Papa Thickness, that green gun. Little noob combo action. Let's see if he can catch one of these Waystation players off guard. Ooh, Union falls. Papa Thickness preferring to use his BR in that engagement instead, however. Now Papa Thickness looking to play alongside one of his we get wiped teammates. You saw him trying to help out in that fight at top mid right before his teammate drops down. Now you see him returning to his team for the sandbags fight. Map mode able to pick up that player in sandbags before he's able to assist, however. So we look at we get wiped. I mean, the standout certainly seems to be either Sugas or Map mode. You like how Map mode and Sugas leading their team in kills and top 2 in assists. Certainly a good thing to see out of your top players. That they're not just getting kills, but they're able to do damage to allow their teammates to get kills as well. Allowing their teammates to succeed, you know. They've tightened this lead just slightly. Only a 6 kill deficit now, however. Waystation's so close to that finish line of 50 kills. Only 4 minutes left. We get wiped have to be very careful, especially with this overshield coming online. Waystation can use it to wash them out for the rest of these 5 kills. Papa Thickness goes out first, however, not before Waystation are able to grab that OS. And he falls and hands the OS to the side of Waystation. We get wiped again. Have to be so careful in this spot. Waystation having the ability to play whatever cards they want right now with that OS, with that heat wave. Map mode winning a cheeky fight in the B tunnel. Now looks for more. Dominion says no thank you, however. As Waystation 1 kill away from taking this live fire. Taking this live fire slayer here. Papa Thickness says not just yet. 43 to 49. Papa Thickness staying alive. Buying time for the rest of his We Get Wiped teammates to enter the fight here. For the neutral ball scenario, We Get Wiped pushing into the sandbags. They know Waystation are going to be lying in wait for them. They have the lead. They don't need to do anything crazy to jump into the fight. And as a player goes falling there on the side of Waystation, they take the... Alright, welcome back everyone. Here, Game 3 on Recharge Oddball on what could be the final map on this week's Halo Rec League broadcast if Waystation have their way and come out with the W here. We Get Wiped certainly looking a bit stronger than their 2-0, their 0-2 record in the set would have them believe. We see them take down 3 of them on Waystation. However, Waystation still able to come out with the ball in that scenario. And I mean, we Get Wiped doing well, but just missing a couple of those pieces that are so vital to getting that W. Map mode sneaking into Waystation setup here, picks off one of the players. 2 fall on Waystation. Now We Get Wiped in hot pursuit of this oddball as 4 go down on Waystation, an absolute wipe, and We Get Wiped, wiping Waystation out and taking this setup for themselves here in Orange Pipes. Waystation eager to fly in. We see Kriz, yeah, eager to fly in. They're not gonna take that sitting down. Some green gun action here. Ooh, perhaps not. Takes the rest of that fight with that BR as we see We Get Wiped. A bit of a scrum for the ball as it's rotated out towards C-Plat and now falls into pit. We Get Wiped do have the lead here. They may be seeking to perhaps bait the ball as it's in such a vulnerable spot. Yeah, it seems, or rather, it seems they want that back pipes, that back blue pipes set up there. As Papa Thickness was doing his best to continue to move that ball towards back hydro. It's just such a dangerous position if you just throw out anyone in that pit. So much high ground that puts you vulnerable. And we see We Get Wiped able to sneak in and take this hydro setup for themselves. Ooh, perfect from Astrus, but it's not enough as he falls. Map mode holding this ball here for We Get Wiped. Just about a 20-point lead. He uses that repulsor, sends Gaminion off of the map. Sends him flying off of the map, not before he shortly traded, however. And Waystation taking this setup back. A cheeky repulsor play from map mode, but the rest of Waystation would much rather have the ball than a highlight, it seems. This ball continuing to swarm around top pipes. Neither team really content to play this ball off the map, even though we see map mode with that repulsor. He didn't play the ball off the map when he threw that player off. He believes in his We Get Wiped teammates here to come back and take this setup. We see 2 fall on the side of Waystation. The clock keeps ticking now, 50 to 34. Map mode with the sword in his hands. If they can keep this ball back hydro, this sword should prove to be incredibly effective. Forced Waystation to come to them, especially map mode with that repulsor still in hand, I believe. He can play close, he can play far. He rushes Kriz in control. Waystation able to react to that, however, and wipe 3 of the We Get Wiped fellas out, but not before they play the ball off the field. And Papa Thickness, that last surviving player, was able to get just a second of ball time while bringing it into A. Fortunate though, as it seems A is Waystation territory, at least for now. Ooh, Astrus, good gunfight against map mode and pipes here. To defend this A hold for Waystation now. See Kriz holding it top elevator. Some players fall on the side of Waystation. Kriz dropping the ball. He's got to start playing defense now. He picks up 1. And now Union and Gaminion now. You see down there by bottom elevator, the rest of the team, rest of Waystation is ready to defend. We get wiped trying to maybe find a long range snipe pick. Map mode picking off Asterisk with grenades. Seraph picking up Dominion with the BR now. The wash is definitely coming in. Look for Waystation to play this ball off somewhere if they can help it. Ooh, Papa Thickness not letting that happen though. Union does pick up one with a sword, however, and seems we're in scramble mode. We get wiped. Do have the holds, but only technically, as Union trying to wipe out. Get rid of. We get wiped from this elevator setup. Now all 4 players of Waystation in back A here. They seem to have forgotten about map mode though, as he goes on an absolute brutality, picking up not 1 but 2 players. Seems they were not aware of map mode lying in wait in that back elevator. And now we get wiped. I've got this oddball back in their hands. Oh, Astra's still with that sword. Just a bit of scramble mode here. Sending we get wiped back into a frenzy. Seraph trying to rotate it. Should I rotate? Should I throw the ball out into pit? Seems he's got the call that we get wiped have held the fort down, and he's returning back to A. We saw 3 go down in Waystation. Basically the all clear to return to whatever setup you see fit. And we get wiped take that very first round of oddball. Very solid round of oddball. I loved how they were able to essentially play the ball where they liked. They were able to break into that first pipe setup. They were able to play it back in blue pipes and back hydro. And even when the ball moved to the elevator holds, I mean, they excelled in holding and in breaking all 3 of those setups. Tremendous work from We Get Wiped early on here. As we look at map mode, I mean, we saw him in that round 1 go on a bit of a melee rampage in elevator, and he's leading We Get Wiped with 12 kills to his name here. Ooh, Chris lying in wait for that Waystation player. Papa Thickness with that sword in hand in A pipes. Ayo Chris picks up another, and now I'm sure with that sword in A, they're looking to set up this A hold for themselves. Ooh, opting instead for the pipes hold. Running into an opponent there. Still has that sword in his back pocket, however. And the rest of the We Get Wiped boys were able to do the rest. Ooh, a nade, but it's no good. Papa Thickness able to pick up that kill the old-fashioned way with his BR. Still got a couple swipes left in that sword, but Union would much rather have it in his hands. 2 go down for Waystation. Papa Thickness down on the side of We Get Wiped. Bit of a battle here at that whirlpool and at bottom elevator. We Waystation sneaking into this elevator hold. Ooh, and it seems they've gotten it for themselves. Oh, not if Papa Thickness has anything to say about it. Throws a grenade from pipes, and this battle is far from over. We see Chris now with the loop-de-loop onto these We Get Wiped players. Waystation, I mean, they broke this setup from pipes. Now We Get Wiped, breaking this setup from pipes yet again. Both teams going in a circle here, as the score has been a much low scoring affair than the last round. As Waystation getting their first points of the round, now 7-27 with only 3 minutes remaining. Round certainly more scrappy, as these 2 teams have gotten used to playing around each other. And We Get Wiped, I mean, playing in survival mode. They lose these next 2 rounds, that'll be it for them this week. Seraph, that final player on We Get Wiped, he's got to stay alive here to keep that hold intact for his team. Waystation does not want that to happen, however. They want this pipe set up for themselves. So Astra seems to be the first player in pipes. And that may let We Get Wiped to try to sneak into... That may allow We Get Wiped to try and sneak into their setup here. So we see map mode in that long haul area. He's trying to sneak in here. Oh, and it seems he has. He surprises Astris. Both players one shot. Map mode falls back, as does Astris. Now Waystation continue to pick up this scrappy time. Almost tied the game, 24-28. 4 go down for Waystation, and yet again in round 2, We Get Wiped with a complete wipe against Waystation. Again in this pipe spawn. In this pipe's ball hold. Seems We Get Wiped have no problem if Waystation play the ball in pipes. Seem to be doing a tremendous job of clearing it out. Doing so in both rounds pretty effectively. Ooh, Sugars drops the ball, the odd ball a bit too late. Chris is there just long enough to sneak in and get the ball out of pipes. Seems Waystation also agreed they don't want that ball anywhere near pipes against this we get wiped squad. We get wiped. They're doing everything they can to keep this ball close to this pipes area. We see Papa Thickness trying to clean out long haul with Sugars or with Seraph. He's able to pick up the kill. Waystation trying to clear out Whirlpool. The sieging ground for their assault onto this pipe setup from We Get Wiped. And I mean, Map Mode now up to 23 and 12. He's having an absolute game. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it, ladies and gentlemen. He's definitely having an absolute game here, doing everything he can to get this We Get Wiped squad just one more game of life here. Just gotta go one game at a time if you're We Get Wiped. This Map Mode picks up another before he's traded out there. Oh no, he's still alive. Other We Get Wiped players in a vicious scrum in this blue pipes area. Astros boosted off of the map by Papa Thickness, who finishes the kill the old-fashioned way before throwing him into the ocean there. Now 3 down on the side of Waystation. Ayo Kriz, that last player, but he is in We Get Wiped's favorite spot. They want to get him out of there as soon as possible. Now Seraph, he's the only We Get Wiped player in pipes, but he knows the game plan as he's seems to be moving the ball in there. It's Papa Thickness and blue pipes. Gets picked off. Had that repulsor though. Maybe setting up another one of these throw into the ocean plays we've seen happen in these rounds of oddball and recharge here. Waystation continuing to pick up this scrappy time. We Get Wiped. I mean, the time they've been getting in these more traditional setups certainly more beneficial than the more scrappy time Waystation have been trying to gather in this oddball and recharge, at least in the second round. Union continuing to pick up more scrappy time. Opts to throw the ball out, baiting that player. He's got the sword in hand. He's ready for it. He's one shot. Ooh, in Map Mode, able to shut that down, take the sword for himself. And let's see, I mean, 28 kills to his name. Let's see what a player like this can do with the sword in his hands. Picks up Dominion in control. This ball's still neutral, just a minute left. Ooh, and Union does not want Map Mode with that sword in his hands. Just a minute left here. If you're We Get Wiped, you don't have to score. You can also make sure that Waystation just don't score. Certainly can happen on this map, on this game mode. The slays can be so heavy that teams might just not even go to 100 and play to time. If you're Waystation, you don't want to let that happen though. You have to begin to try to find these more traditional holds to try to get this more consistent form of ball time. Has Dominion running into so many We Get Wiped players, and he falls. The oddball is out. It's a battle for this oddball on back hydro, an absolute bloodbath here. A 1v1 here at back hydro. Astros barely making it away. These players on both sides respawn to re-enter the fray. We Get Wiped, inching this oddball towards the back hydro. Only 9 seconds of time they need left here. Ayo Kriz picks up one, but they gotta start flying at this oddball if they want a chance to stop it. And they don't make it in time. Papa Thickness and the rest of the We Get Wiped fellas able to... Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. You've got strongholds on streets here. And if you're We Get Wiped, you wanna believe it's reverse sweep season here. This B point still yet to be captured, but you wanna really start out strong, maybe take possession of those rockets, that shotgun. And really come out to an emphatic start. Waystation want none of that business, however. No reverse sweep season if you're Waystation. And being the first team to capture that B point is certainly a good way to make that point known. Another great way, have those rockets in your hand. Ayo Kriz picking up the rocket kill. Want to have a strong start. We Get Wiped trying to... Yeah, being pushed out of that A spawn. Waystation seems they want this AB hold. They're content to let We Get Wiped have C for free. You see teams on streets, they're entirely content to let teams have that C hold. Teams do love the AB setup. And We Get Wiped know that. They're getting sent back to spawn at A. And given the coin flip between A and C, they definitely want to take A. So Waystation going back and forth between A and C. Waystation content to go back and forth here. Going back to B and C is 4 fall for We Get Wiped. Waystation just able to do just about whatever they like. Seems they opt to hold this BC position. Certainly a strong position. However, if We Get Wiped are able to turn the tables, maybe cap B, certainly makes it difficult for the Waystation fellas, as Tram can be a difficult place to get out of. We saw We Get Wiped try to wash C out. Waystation putting a quick stop to that, however, as 3 fell. Hey yo, Chris, he still got that rocket in hand, seeks to replace it with a weapon with a bit more ammunition. Now we got a shotgun. Opting to use that BR, still has that shotgun in hand, switching to it now. A little too late though, as Map Mode's able to take it. Not too far, however, before it's traded out by Waystation. Bit of a scrum there by that A point. We get wiped now, trying to flip C, and AC hold. Certainly not impossible, but it is definitely the most difficult hold to have on this map. We get wiped, taking the rockets for themselves. We saw Seraph pick up a kill. Now 3 go down on the side of Waystation. We get wiped, using that open space to try and take B for themselves. Astra's trying to seize it, no dice. We get wiped, a triple cap for perhaps a frame there, as Waystation capture A pretty quickly off the respawn. Now we get wiped, finally in a bit of a scoring run here. Waystation still up, however, by about 30. 65 to 39 now. Minion, he's definitely careful about these players coming from C. Doesn't want anyone to flip A on him. Perhaps make sure that anyone on C can't snipe from that C balcony area. Do his best to help his teammates from C or his teammates on B, while making sure no one on the other team is able to sneak around onto A. So Waystation able to take B back into their own hands. Yeah, yo, Chris fighting in red room. He sees 2 Waystation players in hot pursuit. It's a 1 shot, definitely sounding the alarm. If you're We Get Wiped here, or if you're Waystation here. Ooh, an absolute bloodbath on this B point. We get wiped, ending up with the point and the shotgun here, unless Waystation has anything to say about it. Doesn't look like it. Now Map Mode and the rest of the We Get Wiped fellas holding this B point. Seems they're eyeing A, however. They much rather have A and B than B and C, it seems. As the rockets have come up, Map Mode everywhere on this map for his We Get Wiped squad to help him get those rockets. Finally is taken out, but I do believe We Get Wiped do end up with those rockets. And they've ended up with the lead. Ooh, that first rocket misses, so does the second, so no kills coming from that rocket launcher. And Waystation have taken the scoring back into their hands as well. Union trying to protect this A point. Does so successfully with that commando. Now Waystation having their eyes set on B. Tied at 84, not for long, however. So Waystation have taken the scoring punch back with this AB hold. We see Ayo, Kriz, and Union. Gotta be so careful of these We Get Wiped players trying to loop around. Can be difficult to siege B, and teams do try to solve that by just skipping B entirely and starting from A. So while B is important, you do gotta watch out for that ratty player. We see Map Mode trying to sneak his way into A. Waystation not having any of it, however. They got 3 players in A. And We Get Wiped kind of taking advantage of this incredibly safe strategy. Using that leverage to take B back. Map Mode staying alive still on that cafe spawn. Definitely is able to feed information to his We Get Wiped teammates. Allow them to use that leverage to take B for themselves. Now force Waystation onto the C point. Again, this can be a tough point to get out of. If you're We Get Wiped, you might want to look to trap them here if you can help it. Dominion already breaking free though on these B stairs. The rest of his Waystation teammates, 2 of them flooding through driveway. And now 4 go down for We Get Wiped. Waystation eyeing A. I think We Get Wiped may have gotten a bit of a split spawn here. Oh no, never mind. All 4 players end up spawning on C. Waystation a bit more ready for it than I was, however. They were absolutely running into C. Saw the rockets come out. We get wiped. Hold on to C. Map mode is not content with just C, however. Wants to try to flip A on them. They make it to A. We get wiped onto B as well. 3 down on the side of Waste Station, and scoring back in the hands of We Get Wiped. Hey yo, Chris, again, for going B, trying to be that ratty player who can kind of sneak around A, feed information to his teammates, and potentially get the scoring back in Waste Station's hands. You see Union fighting to defend C from We Get Wiped. Doing so brilliantly as 3 go down. Papa Thickness getting some kills of his own, however, to keep his team in possession of this B point. So important, but not important enough if Waste Station have A and C. And We Get Wiped making short work of that on A and C. They take C for themselves, they take A for themselves, and now they have essentially completed a 180 onto Waste Station. Now We Get Wiped in possession of A and C in Waste Station. Only in possession of this lonely B point. We Get Wiped inching ever so closely to these 141 points in Waste Station's possession. Papa Thickness and We Get Wiped in possession of B and C here. He's looking over that B balk. Just as players can sneak in through Cafe, gotta make sure Waste Station doesn't try to sneak in through that purple street corner. And We Get Wiped are aware of it, not exactly able to put a stop, however. We see Gaminion back there trying to flip C. We see Asterisk here successfully making it onto B. And perhaps We Get Wiped eyeing that player trying to sneak into C a little bit too closely, and Waste Station able to sneak in while they were focusing on that one player, a bit tunnel vision perhaps. Now Waste Station in possession of a triple cap. Just as We Get Wiped, we're just about to take that lead. Just as We Get Wiped, we're about to take this game into their own hands. Waste Station enforcing a triple cap for just about 10 seconds here. Oh, no, they continue to hold this triple cap. They stop that player trying to flip A. Now this is so huge if you're Waste Station. Such tremendous momentum. You break that 200 mark before your opponents are able to break 150. 3 go down on the side of We Get Wiped. And every second these We Get Wiped players hold this triple cap, our seconds, or every second these Waste Station players hold this triple cap, our seconds We Get Wiped cannot afford to have on the table here. They finally flip A and B. Waste Station didn't have that triple cap for too long, but the lead has yet again ballooned to this 70 points on the side of Waste Station. And you like where you're at if you're Waste Station, even if you're not scoring right now. I mean, you did such a tremendous job to hold that triple cap for as long as you did. You don't need to be scoring for too much longer. Of course, We Get Wiped perhaps seeking to finally trap Waste Station in that tram area. Map mode responsible for that sneaky player on the Cafe side. Is he able to get him? Ooh, he's not. Gaminion able to sneak into, perhaps able to sneak into back A and flip this position on its head for We Get Wiped. Oh, 3 go down though for 3 do go down for We Get Wiped, however. That will make it difficult to flip. And Waste Station continue to hold on to A and B. Union protecting that B point with that stalker rifle, so strong. Puts you a shot ahead of the BR if you perfectly hit all 3. Doesn't quite hit the perfect there onto Papa Thickness, but it's certainly more than enough to take him down. Now Sugar with the rockets in hand, putting this game to what looks like an explosive ending as the clock ticks to 248, 249, and Waste Station, no reverse, seems no reverse sweep season.